Oh, I forgot to change my background. Of course I did. That's not the background I wanted. I wanted that one. We're talking about Bryan Kohberger. Bryan Kohberger. One of the cases a lot of stuff has been going on, with Riley Strain, all these other cases going on, and I've been doing the daily morning update. But one of the cases that we haven't really talked about that used to hit all the waves was the Bryan Kohberger case. This is the Idaho 4. The Idaho 4, obviously 4 University of Idaho students. They were slain in their off-campus housing on November 13th in the early morning hours between 4 a.m. and 4:20. Sounds like I said that many times, right? It sounds like it. So the case has been moving forward. It's been really disheartening. We thought that we thought a trial was going to be this year. And it doesn't appear that we're getting a trial this year. There's both sides. It's not just one side. It's not the defense. It's not the state. They're both playing games, and they're both delaying this trial. I know that this is part of the strategy. Hopefully they won't want to go to trial. They may want to decide, hey, real me. They may want to decide to settle, right? Get a plea deal or something to that effect. So they're going to be working each other pretty hard up until the trial date. So it's a crazy case, but here's the kicker. This is kind of a premature and in my opinion, an inappropriate time to be reaching out to the jurors. We haven't even gotten into the change of venue and all this other stuff just yet. And so his attorney, Ann C. Taylor, is actually reaching out with a questionnaire to the jurors. And so the state is actually putting kibosh on it and drug them into court and say they're reaching out. So on March 22nd, thank you guys. On March 22nd, the judge put a kibosh on this. Thank you, Becky. And said nobody, not the defense, not the state, nobody needs to be reaching out to these jurors. Can you imagine being requested for jury? Most of the time when you're requested for jury, you don't even know what it's about. So I have to assume that some of these people have already come in at some point in time or have been identified somehow in roles. I don't understand all that behind the scenes stuff and how we get picked for jury duty. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't care to know. I mean, if we really want to take a deep dive into it, reach out to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. And if there's enough concern about how the juror pool system works, then I'll investigate it and give you guys a detailed reporting of how that all works. But I don't know how it works. Okay, folks, I'll be honest with you. Don't know how it works. So apparently they're sending out a questionnaire. She's saying that this is all within the lines and within the letter of the law for a case like this. So I don't know. I put out a video. Go out there, watch it, comment on it. Let me know. Did she go too far? Is this premature? Do you think this is kind of spooking the jury? Almost as intimidation in a little bit, I don't know. So that's why I've got a lot of things snowballing why she's doing this now. And is this really a due process issue, or is this slightly intimidating, trial strategy, if you will? I don't know. I'll wait for you guys to respond. What's going on? Just joined. Oh, we're talking about the Bryan Kohberger. Oh, Mega, it's nice to see you, Love Bug. It's nice to see you. We're talking about Bryan Kohberger, the douche that... Yeah, I don't know how to describe him other than that. I mean, he's a I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a douche. I mean, he broke into somebody's house and slayed 4 university college students. And now he's on trial. He hasn't. I don't even think he's proffered an alibi. I mean, this is the craziest case. When he was arrested in Pennsylvania, his Pennsylvania public defender said he's eager to come back to Moscow, Idaho, to exonerate him, right? That's what they said. They wanted to exonerate him. Okay, well, let's exonerate him. And then as soon as we get back here, it's delay tactics. Then the judge kind of got confused on the timeline and thought that the motion for his alibi was due, but the way Ann C. Taylor couched it in her pleadings, the clock was still ticking on his alibi. It was still open. So the judge had closed that up and said, you need to turn over an alibi, because they basically didn't have an alibi and nobody could really determine what his alibi was. And there are procedural reasons. She was wanting to get as much evidence in and tailor the alibi around the evidence versus their alibi. It's completely opposite of the purposes of proffering an alibi. So long story short, that's kind of where we are in the Bryan Kohberger case. They're still fighting. Ann C. Taylor getting a little ballsy, I think. I don't know. I think it's trial strategy. I think it was a little intimidating for those jurors. I'll wait to hear what your comments are on it when I see the comments. So I think the lawyer wants the fame. Yeah, she's definitely getting notoriety. And you know, once you have a major high profile case like this, you're not going to really stay in the prosecutor's office. You're not going to stay, no matter win, lose, or draw, you usually move on. You know, you're so high profile at this point that you needed to be in a bigger outfit. I don't know, what did AT do, though? I see what you're asking. What did she do? She started sending out questionnaires to the jurors. Like they don't even know where the trial's going to be. They don't know if the trial's going to be there in Moscow, which is most likely not, because the judge is already willing to entertain the venue argument, although slightly premature, right? So they're questioning the jurors with these questionnaires, and the judge is saying, "Wait a minute, we haven't even addressed the venue issue. Why are you reaching out to jurors? This is not an appropriate time to reach out to jurors." And obviously they have a list. Moo, I don't know, 79, the real Me Too. So I don't know, I really don't. So we'll see how it all pans out, but it looks like it doesn't really matter at this point that the judge put a kibosh on it. Ann C. Taylor screaming me bloody murder and begging the judge to, relieve the ban. But right now she's prevented from reaching out to them any further. So I don't know anything else. So that's what we have, folks, for Bryan Kohberger. Again, is Ann C. Taylor going too far? Don't forget to go check my video out that I just dropped where you guys can make your comments and have your voice be heard. God bless.